We're constantly told to be more disciplined, stay consistent, push harder, and do more. But nobody speaks about the thin line between disciplined and burnt out. Discipline can lead to growth when it is practiced with balance. But if you don't practice rest and limits, that's when your body starts to feel burnt out because you haven't allowed it to fully recover from the state it was from. In this video, I want you to learn how you can be disciplined but in a healthy way. So keep watching. Discipline is growth, structure, and consistency. Burnt out is exhaustion, withdrawn, and reduced performance. You can tell that these two are completely different, but one can benefit the other. How can you be disciplined without feeling burnt out? First, we need to understand why are you being burnt out. There is a reason why you're being burnt out. The first reason I'm going to share with you is you're creating a routine that isn't repeatable. But look at your routine. Do you really think your routine is repeatable? Have you put something in your routine and you may say, I want to do this whole entire week. And maybe you actually even took action to do that. But because it wasn't repeatable, because of your schedule, because of other factors that may differ with it, look again. Can I really repeat this? Am I worth risking my time, my rest, my body for me to do this? Because you have to understand that rest comes from you understanding your body needs it. Another reason why you may feel burnt out is because you believe that rest is a weakness. Please. Rest is not a weakness, guys, and you need to understand this. Like, your body needs time to rest. Your body needs to relax. Like, when you have so many thoughts up there, you may lose your mind, guys. That's when you have problems with your mental health because you haven't allowed your mind to just sit and rest. You're thinking of what you're going to do tomorrow, what you're going to do the next day, what you're going to do this. Just relax. When you realize that you need to relax and calm down, that's when you're allowing your body to revive itself. That's when you're allowing your body to recover because your body is in a constant state of moving. And sometimes when it moves a lot, it does need to rest. For example, the gym, you need rest days. You just can't go to the gym and use heavy weights, do cardio and whatever you might do at the gym. You can't just do that without having your rest days and thinking you're going to see results. I'll be very sincere with you. You actually see more results when you have rest days. The rest days you have at the gym is the reason why you are going to see faster results because your body is recovering, your body is getting back into its place, it's molding itself, it's putting itself together. But how can it put itself together when you're always on the go, when you're always thinking, okay, let me do this, let me do that, let me go and do the exercise, let me go and do this? No, just calm down, relax. And I'm not talking about just sleeping, because yes, that is a form of resting, I understand, but I'm also speaking about you just sitting and doing nothing. Like, there is so much peace and so much rest with just sitting back and just doing nothing. Like, you're just so relaxed and you feel so at ease. Your body can sense when it's doing too much, when you're overloading it. So is your mind. It can sense when you're overloading it. So when you just breathe in and just, I'm going to sit back and I'm just going to relax. That is already rest itself. So don't see rest as a weakness, because just because you're resting and taking time to recover from your body doesn't mean you're behind as well. I hope you're not thinking that, wait, if I rest, I'm going to be behind in life. You're not going to be behind in life. You're going to be way ahead because you're attending to the needs of your body. It's a need for you to rest. You need to understand this. It's essential for you to be better, for you to recover. It's a need. Burnt out often comes from you being intense every single day. You place your body in this intense mode every single day. That's how you feel burnt out. You can be consistent without being extreme. You can be committed without being exhausted. Focused without being harsh. But the question here is, how can you be disciplined without feeling burnt out? Let's speak more about this topic because I believe that we can dive deeper. Before we can move forward and find out how you can be disciplined with the tips that I'm going to be sharing, which are very nice, make sure that you subscribe and you leave your comments down below so that this information can reach a larger audience that can listen to the same things that you're listening to and be helped like you've been helped today. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, share the video to whoever needs to hear this. Discipline works when it's repeatable. If you can't maintain it on your worst days, that's a sign that you need to scale it down. Because if you cannot repeat the same activity day in, day out, you may repeat it today, you forget tomorrow, the next day you do it, the other day you feel exhausted. That's not a good discipline pattern, because you are not able to repeat that activity. It works best when it's repeatable. So you need to see, do I need to remove this, eliminate it, or do I need to scale it down? What do I mean by that? You need to see, this is something that I cannot repeat every single day. Is it something that I want to do? How can I do it properly that it's able to be repeatable? When you start structuring it and planning towards it, then it becomes something that you can benefit from. When discipline is driven by fear, that starts to fall into burnt out. And you need to ask yourself, does this serve me? Does this add on to my life? Do I feel exhausted? Do I feel drained out? You need to start asking yourself this, because you've been driven by fear. Fear of not making it, fear of being left behind, fear of wanting to achieve something but not allowing your body to rest, like because you see rest as a weakness. And because you see rest as a weakness, you're driven by fear. And when you're driven by fear, you always live by that. And you constantly put your body in a state of being driven by that. But you're not driven by discipline. You're not driven by motivation. You're not even driven by consistency. You're driven by fear itself. So now you need to ask yourself, does this serve me? Does this really add on to my life? Does this really benefit me in any shape or form? When you start asking yourself those questions, then you understand what true discipline is. True discipline requires self-awareness. If you ignore hunger, exhaustion, and even drain, like the drain from your body, that's not discipline. That's neglect. And some people think like, okay, I've gone this whole entire day without eating because I'm being disciplined on my goals, I'm being disciplined what I want to achieve. Please, 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 that is stupidity. Because how can you go days without eating because you want to focus on a goal? So you're telling me that that goal is more important than the body that is fighting for that goal? That doesn't make sense. And because it doesn't make sense and you're not listening to your body, that's neglect. So start listening to your body, guys. We're not machines. That's why they're creating these AI machines, so that they can do the work. Us as human beings, we have a heart, we have a brain, and that heart pumps blood around the whole body. And because it passes blood around the whole body, that body needs to rest. And because it needs to rest, we need to listen to it. We need to listen to the needs of our body. When we listen to the needs of our body, then we see, okay, yes, this is something that I need to do. Not because you just need to do it, but because resting isn't just a reward. It's not something that you should just do because I need to reward myself for resting. No, resting is essential for your growth. Resting is essential for you to achieve your goals. Everyone needs to rest, because that's when your mind starts to process more thoughts upon what you want to achieve. That's when your mind starts to go places in where you never thought it could if it only rested. So for those that are not resting, your mind is not going to places that it could because you haven't allowed it to. So there's benefits of resting. It's part of you to sleep. It's part of you to have mental breaks. It's part of you to have emotional rest. This is part of the human body system. And when you understand that, you're like, okay, yes, I've been neglecting listening to my body. I've been neglecting listening to myself. And now I want to start putting that into practice. I want to start taking care of my body. I want to start taking care of myself. And how you can do this is when you start listening. You start understanding that this body has time, needs time to rest. So it's part of the system. Just as you have your discipline routine, there is a way that you've structured it. You've structured it at this time, I'm going to sort this out. At that time, I'm going to sort that out. At that time, I'm going to do this. Also put within those moments or those breaks or those little spaces that you have, put mental break rest. Put emotional rest. Put sleep. guys, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel so revived and you're gonna feel so much awake. Like, you know, when somebody is fighting for their goals and they're not achieving them, they become so demotivated afterwards that they don't even fight again because they haven't allowed their body to rest. But when you rest, and let's say you failed on something but you've rested, guess what you're gonna feel? You're gonna feel motivated. No, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go again. That's because you've allowed your body to recover, and because it's recovering, it's becoming better, it's becoming active, it's becoming awake. Your body needs to awaken. Use sustainable discipline. What I mean by this is not you using extreme discipline, like you're so extreme. Like, if it's not extreme for you, then it's nothing. Please don't do that. Okay, I'm just telling you not to do that, because you're gonna feel exhausted. So don't use extreme discipline, but use sustainable discipline. There's a difference, guys. The second one is build recovery, separate consistency with intensity. And what do I mean by this? I want to give my personal experience. I was meant to do a course that is for 2 weeks. Yeah, for 2 weeks. And I thought that if I did it with more intensity, I would get everything sorted, I would get the information that I want, and I would achieve my certificate by the end of the course. I thought putting much more intensity in that will be a reason why I will receive it quicker. But in reality, guys, I was so drained. The information was so much. I felt like my mind was just on fire. It was literally on fire, because like, I'm not allowing myself to absorb the information in the right way. It said 2 weeks. I thought I could achieve it in 1 day, because I thought, oh, it's easy. It's something that's simple. No, it was a whole big essays, videos, content, whatever. It had its own structure. So if it said 2 weeks, it's because it wanted me to learn. It wanted me to be consistent with it, but I shouldn't put intensity by thinking I can just achieve it on that day, or I should just focus on that day. And guys, I felt so drained. I even probably had a headache at that day. I don't remember, but I know I felt drained and I couldn't even finish the course in that day. I had to do exactly what it said, and I even passed over that, because I wanted to make sure that I received the information that I want to receive, get my certificate at the end of the course, and importantly, just being able to be educated really well. And the last one that I've been so passionate about is listen to the signals and not the schedules. Yes, you can plan your schedule, you can plan your journal, you can plan whatever you want to do on that day, but make sure that you're listening to the signals, you're listening to what your body is saying. Is your body saying, I'm tired? Is your body saying, I need to rest? You need to take care of me? You need to give me water? You need to give me food? Listen to the signals. That's how you're going to be more disciplined, but in a healthy way. When you're disciplined in a healthy way, that's how you're going to achieve your goals. That's how things start working for you. That's how you feel so energetic, so motivated. You know, motivation is not all about motivational speakers and music of motivational instrumentals. No, it's not about that. It's about listening to the signals, listen to what your body is saying to you. Because naturally, the body has a system. The body has a system to motivate you itself. The body has a system to make you active. But how can you be active? Is when you start listening to the signals, not the schedules. The schedules are there, and it's good to have schedules, guys. Being organized is really good, but you can't be organized with the schedules and not organized to listen to what your body is saying. It doesn't make sense. That's neglect, guys. Like, that's neglect. And realizing that it's really bad, because that same body that you want to use to achieve your goals needs to be attended to as well. Remember, burnt out comes from being intense every single day. What is something that you're being so much intense, you're putting so much focus on it, and if it's not you achieving it by that day, something's gonna happen. No, relax. Guys, I'm telling you, when I start having like this structure and this kind of mindset towards life, I have so much peace. Because for me, it's like I'm not going to. If I don't want to, I'm not going to. If I need to rest and my body's telling me I need to rest, I will listen to my body. I will listen to that. I'm sorry, but I prioritize my peace now. I prioritize taking care of myself now. I prioritize listening to who I am, focusing on my goals, on my ideas, but I'm not allowing that to play with my mind or taking over my thoughts or making me want to see life differently. I'm not focused on that, because for me it's like, I'm sorry, as long as I'm breathing, I have food, I have a roof under my head, I have, a wonderful husband, I'm good. Life is good. Life is good. And of course, I have a great God that I serve. Life is good. Anything else, it's like just a cherry on top of the cake. I'm not really desperate for things anymore like that, because I've understood that the little things in life truly make people happy, truly make myself happy. Like the moment I started focusing on the little things in life, I became more happier. I became more at peace. And that brought me so much joy, because it's like, yeah, I don't care no more. If I need to listen to things and other people's opinions, like I'm gonna go mad. But if I listen to what my body is telling me to do, I'm gonna listen to that, because I have a responsibility to take care of. If you're feeling burnt out right now, I just want to let you know that you're not alone. I've been there, and I've hated being there, and I hate even thinking of me being there. So do these things that I practice myself, and I have so much peace. Like I can sit back and nothing's gonna shake me, nothing's gonna move me. I know that, okay, I need to sort this out. I will sort it out when it needs to be sorted out. But if my body wants hydration, needs rest, it needs mental breaks, it needs emotional rest, I will listen to that more than the schedules. I will look at the signs, the signals, everything about what my body needs, and attend to that. And I advise you to do the same. Like start taking care of your body. Don't neglect your body anymore, because it's asking, it's begging, it's crying, and it's crying so much. So just let it go. Yeah, just let it go and start prioritizing your needs, the needs of the body. Guys, I am so glad to have you here, and I thank you for watching all the way to the end. You guys are superstars. Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, and leave your comments down below, because guys, it reaches to a larger audience that can hear this information you're listening to, because this channel is all about self-improvement, growth, and lifestyle. So please like, comment, and share this video with whoever needs to hear this. Okay guys, thank you so much, and see you in the next video.